fixed an issue that caused the executioner's rear to be too flat. Thank God they fixed that. That has been one of my biggest complaints about Dead by Daylight for the last few months. I am so glad to get that past us. Hey guys, what's going on? Rob from Captain Rob Games here. Today we are going to be talking about the patch 5.1.1 update that came out on August 10th. A couple changes here that are worth noting. Trickster has been adjusted. I don't want to call it a buff or a nerf because really it's been an adjustment. So right away, the buffs that he got, the laceration decay was increased to 15 seconds from 10 seconds. The 10 seconds felt terrible. It was really just a binary, did you down them immediately or did they break line of sight and then you lost all of your progress? And they also increased the maximum throw speed bonus to 30% from 25%. 25% felt bad, felt a little bit too slow. So they were saying that they wanted to buff him. He felt like he was still a little bit on the weaker side. I think, okay, these changes are fine. We'll see what they do. I still don't think it fundamentally fixes the problem with his kit and why he's not really fun to play against and why he can be gamed or unstoppable depending on the area in which the chase is taking place. But he also received a nerf, which is kind of devastating. These nerfs, I do want to say they are good. They needed to happen. It nerfed really broken ways that you could play him that gave him an incredibly unfair advantage. First of all, they fixed an issue that caused the Trickster's blade to hit survivors while they were being unhooked. I actually noticed this in some of my Trickster testing games where I was loading up knives on survivors as they were being pulled off and then able to basically instantly injure them as soon as they got pulled down. It made his camping capability way too strong, especially when you were running the cut through you single, which was a big problem, but now may not be a big problem because they also fixed an issue that caused the Trickster to be able to land multiple hits with one knife when using the cut through you single and Edge of Revival album add-ons together. Now each knife can only apply at most one hit to a survivor. So for those of you that don't know, Coconut, he's a big Huntress main. He had been playing Trickster and realized that if you equipped these two add-ons where your knives pierce and also your knives explode in the environment, you could throw the knife, it would go through their feet, giving them one laceration state, and then it would hit the ground exploding, giving them a half. This meant that 4 well-placed blades would immediately down a survivor from range. Now that's a big problem. Interestingly enough, they're calling it an issue. That really sounds just like intended mechanics, logically, like that's just how it works. But regardless, they have changed it so that now the knife can only apply at most one hit to each survivor. This means that you will no longer be able to down with 4 even if you have this combination. My assumption is if you throw and the cut through you single goes through them, they will take one knife state and then they will not also take the splash damage from hitting the environment. And if you miss them completely, then I assume the environment will actually give that half laceration state. We'll see if it plays out that way. That's how it should work. I can see where this would be pretty prone to bugs. So we'll see if they actually fixed it or not. Interestingly enough, there was an issue that people had noticed where the counterforce perk was not applying blindness. It was basically just overriding blindness. That was a bug. It appears that they did fix that, so I'm glad to hear that. They fixed an issue where the trapper's dyes were not actually darkening his traps. That felt very bad. Those add-ons were very, very, very good. Being able to hide your traps more effectively is kind of extremely important as Trapper. These are pretty strong add-ons. Unfortunately, the Trapper is still in a state where he has to always bring a bag add-on to be viable, but these add-ons are decent. And then finally, I saw a very weird one. Fixed an issue that caused the Blight's lethal rush ability to consume play with your food tokens. So apparently, people have been playing play with your food on Blight. Because when I look at Blight, the one thing that I think is his kit needs more movement speed. Okay, guys. But anyway, it sounds to me, and again, I'm just basing this off here. I haven't actually gotten a chance to test it yet, but it sounds like Blight's Lethal Rush, the actual usage was consuming tokens. If that's the case, the perk's completely dead on him. Play with your food is wonky. It doesn't really work with a lot of killer's powers. I hope that it kind of gets reworked for that reason. But really, you should only lose a token if you swing. I don't think that the actual lethal rush and hitting a wall and charging forward should consume it. It sounds like that is now fixed, so you play with your food, gamers, and enjoy getting your perk back on Blight, I guess. Okay, dude. And then finally, the known issues. Apparently, Blood Lodge and the game maps are disabled. I don't know why, but I'm guessing there was some kind of issue on those maps, so you won't be seeing Blood Lodge in the game until further notice. They've got to make some fixes on them. And unfortunately, the Executioner's rear may still be too flat. It looks like they failed in their mission to give the Executioner a bodacious, scrumptious booty, and we expect this to be a problem going forward. With enough community outrage, hopefully we will get to fix this. That's all I've got for today. Kind of an interesting series of bug fixes. A lot of good stuff. A lot of bugs that needed to get handled have been handled. If you guys enjoyed this video and you like this kind of content, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Write in the comments section what your favorite fix is. If you think there are any things that they didn't actually fix or things that they need to fix, let me know and I can cover them in the future. See you guys next time. Have a good night.